Thank you, Richard. Good evening, everyone. We should remember that this game has been put back 3 weeks because of the fog pre-Christmas. And Andy, the sides were pretty similar in being asked.
Changes, and you look at that side and questions will be asked right now. Criticism will begin should this side not win this game tonight. I mean, I know what the lads in the studio are saying. Amazing, they're saying. Unbelievable, they're saying about this lineup. I'm surprised more than anything, and only because it's a foreign manager, but he's given young players a chance. I'm a little surprised Peltier and Paletta are playing on the one side. I wondered if Hupia might play right centre-half. He might do just to split the two kids up. But ahead of that, I think what he's done, he's picked a team, 6 players there, Martin, that he thinks can win this game for him. He's saying, you can win it, and if he doesn't, what he's given himself is an option on the bench to bring in stronger players if he needs.
Only Almunia and Toure from Saturday's triumph, plus Hoyt, Walcott and Baptista, who came on as substitutes. Fabregas was suspended, so he gets a run out tonight. One of 6 teenagers in the 11, plus 3 more on the bench. And also amongst the substitutes, Abu Diaby, who hasn't played since suffering a nasty ankle injury at Sunderland back in May.
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing this side play. It will be 4-4-2. They don't change that part of it. It's a fairly strong back four, Hoyt, Toure and Giroud. Fairly experienced, fairly strong, Almunia in goal. So that part of the team is fairly strong. Fabregas gets a game because he didn't play at the weekend, alongside Walcott and Danielson. 2 fabulous individual talents. Baptista seems to be growing every time he gets an outing. And Aliadiere, well, I'm never sure about Jeremy Aliadiere. He has got 2 goals this season, both in this competition, though.
Well, the HD has gone. The high density of fog definition should be very clear tonight. It's Carling Cup quarter-final action. Liverpool and Arsenal lock horns again, and it's live.
But it's on here. To a finish, Spurs waiting for the winners. Match commentators at Anfield, Andy Gray and Martin Tyler.
Liverpool are the League Cup powerhouses. The referee is the same as 3 weeks ago. Martin Atkinson might have been damned if he had given the go-ahead, and he was certainly damned that he didn't on that misty Merseyside evening. Both managers went to the referee's room, pleading with him to change his mind. And both sets of players were bursting to give it a go. Well, now is their chance. Liverpool with the most wins, the most finals, the most semis. They're looking to reach their 14th tonight. But Arsenal actually lead the way in quarter-finals. This is their 19th. But they've never won in this competition at Anfield, of course, 3 days ago. A significantly different set of players did put the holders out of the FA Cup. Baptista, who spent a lot of time on Saturday evening warming up but didn't get on.
Now just looking at Liverpool's lineup very quickly, Aurelio started centre of midfield alongside Steven Gerrard. Danny Guthrie's on the right-hand side. So just a little tinker with that from what we were led to believe. And Arsenal started with Walcott on the right, Danielson on the left. I thought it might be the other way around.
Here's Herpier. Gerrard. It's Peltier and Guthrie, the two Liverpool youngsters on the right-hand side. Traore and Danielson, two of the 6 Arsenal teenagers, trying to stop them. Gerrard stepping in. Bellamy, after some good work by Danny Guthrie, so they couldn't quite keep going.
Yeah. It's a difficult day off for Craig Bellamy. Could have a bit more angle on it, down towards the corner flag a bit more, giving Guthrie something to get onto.
Two clubs know now that they didn't when they set out to play on the original date, is that the winners face Spurs in the semi-final. Liverpool won recently at White Hart Lane. Arsenal fans, I'm sure, would relish a semi-final crack against their bitterest rivals.
And with an almost certain London opponent, you have to say, to the best wish in the world from Wickham. It would be some surprise should Wickham overturn that.
Warnock, pleased to be back in the senior side again. He last played in the last round of the Carling Cup at Birmingham. Gonzalez, pretty strongly by Alex Song. Bellamy on the move. Almunia, very much Arsenal's cup goalkeeper, as Dudek seems to be for Liverpool.
I thought his handling at the weekend as well was exceptional. Almunia's on a wet day, but took everything out there, just clean as you like.
Did you also think Dudek looked a bit rusty in the other goal?
Yes, maybe in all three, Martin.
Atkinson has given the free kick for Aliadiere, being brought down.
Well, we're used to seeing Henry and Van Persie and people like that discuss what's happening at a set play. Certainly Tory can thump them, we know that, and his only goal this season came against Liverpool.
Baptista looking to set up Toure. A bit more practice required. Fowler, who remains such a favourite here at Anfield. How much longer he will remain a player at Anfield, it's even been questioned in this January transfer window. Same about Aliadiere, incidentally. His time at Arsenal may be coming to a close. Then went Giroud and got the lot.
Yeah, there was only one winner in that. No complaints from anybody apart from the fans. Fowler was rocked, but only by the ferocity of the challenge, which I felt was clean and very fair. Just powerful, that's what it was.
Still quite getting himself together.
Yeah, welcome back, Robbie. I think Giroud was saying here. And he comes, ball's there. Look at that. Really textbook challenge, wasn't it?
The Liverpool legend facing boys playing as men. for Gonzalez.
Oh, it doesn't look good, Martin. Look, calling for the stretcher.
The doctor's on with the physio.
It doesn't look good as Gonzalez comes in. He's the one who makes the challenge, and well, I can only think he's opened up the joint here. That left foot comes in, and certainly a right leg under him. I don't know. Well, that's the right leg. It's the one that went under him, but normally when it's folded like that underneath you, normally okay.
A massive contrast on the benches. Liverpool have got Luis Garcia, as you can see, getting ready. Alonso, Crouch, Carragher, and Reina, the first-choice goalkeeper. Arsenal have got Henry Lansbury, who's going to be Arsenal's youngest ever player if he gets on. 16 and 89 days. Called in late to the 16 when Lauren withdrew.
It is Henry, is it? Yeah.
It is Henry.
Even though it's spelled the French way.
He's English.
Just checking.
Well,
you're never sure these days, are you?
Maybe it's a tribute.
No, this is a real blow for Marc Gonzalez. Been in and out the team this year, only played start. This is 11th start only. Decision's been made. It's a horrible start.
There's great consternation amongst the paramedics as well as the club's own official medical men.
Well, they've kept that right leg almost just so no movement happening whatsoever.
Steven Gerrard showing great concern as the Liverpool skipper. Gonzalez has had knee problems in the past.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for Gonzalez, but slight problem for the rest of the players as well. Very raring to go. Game started at a good lick. Now they have to wait while Gonzalez is properly treated before they can think about moving him.
Well, they're taking great care. They're obviously concerned down there on the pitch about Marc Gonzalez. Just immobilising the whole leg. As little movement as possible between now and I guess the hospital is his next stop. We can have another little look at this, and as he slides in here, there's his left leg, the right one underneath him, normally not a problem. Then as soon as he gets up and turns, it's almost...
Well, he knew he was signalling before he hit the grass again.
He's up and turning, isn't he? Almost as if there's nothing wrong, and then almost an afterthought. Now it'll take a bit of time. They're just blowing up this wrap that they put round here, air filled, fill it up with air. That keeps it as still as possible. Bit of compression on the whole area, keep the swelling down, if any. Just try and minimise the damage at the moment as much as possible. That's the concern. So everyone just has to be patient.
Gonzalez really one of the squad players given a chance by Rafa Benitez to start a match of some real importance. We've been stressing all along that they're out of the FA Cup, Liverpool. They're out of contention in the Premiership. They're pitted against Barcelona in the Champions League. They're actually a bit more confident here than maybe many of you watching around the country might think. Obviously Benitez has done brilliantly in Europe and he knows the Spanish clubs inside out. But you have to say that this Carling Cup looks Liverpool's best bet.
Well, this is really, really sad for Mark Gonzalez. I do feel for him. I've been there. I know what that's like. It's horrible. He knows himself. You can just see the pain and anguish. It's not written all over his face because we can't see it. Covered with his hands.
Liverpool substitution. Number 10, Luis Garcia, replacing number 11, Mark Gonzalez.
Well, Luis Garcia replaces the unlucky Mark Gonzalez.
We might as well just kick off again, I guess. Game restarts.
Very long delay, more than 5 minutes, I would have thought. Song. Here's Hurpier. Guthrie. Over Fowler, it's taken down well by Gerrard. He's still trying to close down. Song. Traore.
There you go. There's a little example of the confidence of this young team there.
And the quality.
Under pressure there, Song from Gerrard, but they don't knock it off, and just 2 or 3 little 1-2s later. They're up into Liverpool's half.
Arsene Wenger has a tremendous record in acquiring young players from other countries. It's around the 16-year-old mark and giving them opportunities, and all sorts of Arsenal players involved at other clubs in the FA Cup. Liverpool and Bentner and Larson. A chance in this competition for the Gunners, the junior Gunners. Fabregas has developed. 16-year-old in this tournament. Now here goes Fowler, and there's no flag because Bellamy came away from the proceedings.
Roles reversed. It might have been in for Liverpool. Bellamy going through in that ball.
Warnock's cross, and Almunia didn't shout really loud enough. And Toure did the sensible thing, played the ball.
Well, crosses might have to be like that with Bellamy and Robbie Fowler. And they're not the biggest. Both can head the ball, given a headed chance. Will not disappoint. But it's all about movement when you're that size. Getting across defenders in front of them, in between them.
Alongside Hurpier there, actually scored in his Liverpool debut at the Carling Cup against Reading. Nicely done by Warnock. Not able to pull it down, and Guthrie gets it into the upper tier. Benitez got his side past Reading 4-3, then at Birmingham they won 1-0. 2 rounds they've been in as a European exempt club from the earlier stages. Arsenal have won at West Bromwich Albion, a couple of goals from Aliadiere, who's starting tonight. And as Andy said earlier, they won at Everton. Guthrie.
There's a difference between Fowler and Bellamy, if you're in that kind of ball. Bellamy will make something of it with his pace.
Handball, having failed to make it initially with the cross. Finally gets it in. Gerrard's unmarked. Actually seemed to either not time it right or try and pop it up for Fowler to finish off.
The latter, Martin. I thought he didn't take on the header himself, Steven Gerrard. I actually thought he might just back away, take it in his chest and hit it.
He hits in the cross, get it out by Aliadiere. It really is a night where you just don't know what to expect here with so many changes to the team. Stopped by Aurelio. That's ball back to him by Fowler though. Walcott.
Well, when you look at the Liverpool lineup, Aurelio must be in that midfield area, simply be the more defensive of them all. He's probably looked at it. Guthrie maybe put him on the right. Steven Gerrard's going to get forward. If there's somebody who can just sit in there in the middle of midfield, it will be Aurelio, just to give him a little bit of insurance.
He does like to play with the assurance in the central midfield, isn't it, Rafa Benitez? Whether it's the full-strength side or it's been rotated here. Quick free kick from Gerrard, but the ball was moving, said the referee Atkinson, who was right there.
No, I think he's taking it back. He actually gave the foul against Baptista and not against Song, so he just moved it back 5 yards.
Aurelio. Luis Garcia's back heel for Warnock. Very good handling by Almunia.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I thought at the weekend that was the top part of his game. I hope I'm not giving away his tape now.
He's actually playing his third consecutive first-team game against Liverpool. He had that one Premiership match at the Emirates. Andy, you were there. And then he didn't reappear in the first team until Saturday here. And he's back at Anfield tonight. Almunia is certainly good enough to keep Jens Lehmann very much on his toes. Traore not really on his toes there. Well, let's hear about that sad injury for Mark Gonzalez from Jeff Shreves, who's been making inquiries on our behalf. Jeff.
Mark Gonzalez's injury problem is with his right tibia. He's gone for an X-ray here at the ground now. We'll bring you the latest as soon as we get it.
Thanks, Jeff.
Oh. It's a strange one.
It's Bellamy, but Almunia will head him off. Maybe it was his own body weight as
might have been, Mark, because as I say, he got up, turned away, took a couple of steps, and it's then almost as if there's a stress fracture there or something like that. Might be a blessing, because had it been something like cruciates, that might well have been a long time. So some good news out the bad at the moment.
Traore. And of course, where Jimmy Traore of Liverpool played for a long time before his move to Charlton. Fabregas. Hoyt. Sol. Aurelio. And quickly at Song, who played the ball.
You know, you talked about Arsene Wenger searching for talent, and talent is the optimum word, but my goodness, Martin, along with that talent comes athleticism.
And if it doesn't, he doesn't sign them.
Correct. Song losing the ball there, but getting back at him so quickly. He backs his confidence, his ability, that boy with his confidence. Song takes a chance or two in possession.
There's Guthrie. Taken away by Gerrard. Only for Gerrard to drive it back with interest.
And again, that might look a bread and butter save, but it's coming through players and it's bubbling about at pace. And again, such clean handling from the Arsenal goalkeeper.
Baptista trying to link up with Aliadiere.
Different players, but much the same kind of start as the weekend. Liverpool pushing, asking the questions. Arsenal not really started yet as an attacking force. And it was a bit like that for half an hour on Saturday.
Like Song that you mentioned, Andy, has got a Liverpool connection. Of course, his uncle Rigobert Song played there for a period.
Oh, well, confidence does run in the family.
Yeah, he was confident, wasn't he? So intriguing hairstyles as well. There's Guthrie. Liverpool hoping to bring players through their own ranks, as Arsenal clearly do. They did get to the Youth Cup final. I think they won it against Manchester City last season. There's Garcia. Peltier. Aurelio taking a bit of a chance there. That helped him out.
Great touching though from centre-back, because Aliadiere was nicking that away.
Gerrard trying to get Liverpool into a an assertive frame of mind after that long stoppage for a stricken colleague. Arsenal, incidentally, flew up here today, a much easier journey than 3 weeks ago. And they couldn't land at either Liverpool or Manchester airports, and after the game was called off, they couldn't fly back either. Our only problem tonight is if we go to extra time, they won't be able to fly out of Liverpool to be Manchester. Could be worse, could be Bristol, I suppose.
It could be worse, it could be bus. What happened to the good old-fashioned buses?
Emergencies only now.
Is it? But I don't think it's any surprise. I mean, I think particularly Liverpool, if they're they look a little disjointed, come to terms with them. Wenger's side have played together a lot of these players in the cup ties, so they know what it's all about. But I don't think it's any surprise if Liverpool take a little bit of time to get to grips with the game, or what they've been asked, and who's playing where, and what the strengths are. It does take a bit of time.
As far as the supporters are concerned, and maybe the football pundits are concerned, Rafa Benitez has taken a real risk here.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. I mean, I was surprised, you know that, when we got the team. And I was surprised that, I think if you're going to make changes in a game like this, which is so important, I would have kept your spine of your team together. Carragher and Hyypiä, you know, Carragher and Agger, and Gerrard and Alonso, and the top two strikers you've got. And then if you want to put a couple in, 3 or 4 on the wide areas of the pitch, then do that.
Fowler finding himself in midfield. Aurelio. And Luis Garcia. Now Bellamy. And the lack of height for Liverpool in the middle. And Bellamy wasn't one of those in the centre as Fowler and Guthrie.
I think that's all around there. You mentioned Guthrie, Luis Garcia. They're not the biggest, that quartet, if they're going to get forward and in there. But then again, we're not talking about the biggest Arsenal side you like to see either, are we?
We are talking about one of the youngest.
Yeah. We don't know if it is. I guess it must be pretty close if it isn't. It must be in a competitive match. 20.4, I think I worked out is the average age of the outfield players.
Yeah. Almunia is 29, the goalkeeper. Touré's 25, so Cesc Fabregas might feel like an uncle to some of these other players. He's still only 19, remember. Really got into the game as much as two of his other teammates. Touré to put a dagger into the heart of Liverpool's central defending then.
Walcott's quick. And even he's not going to get that.
Headed on by Luis Garcia. Song. Against Fowler. And that's played by Garcia. Peltier, despite the foreign-sounding name, is a Liverpool lad. Fowler's flick. Another Liverpool lad, of course.
What you have to compliment is the Liverpool fans, yet again, turned out en masse in a competition that hasn't always been as well supported as it is tonight.
Understandably, fewer Arsenal fans have travelled. They had over 4,000 here on Saturday. Much more than 1,000 this evening. Cup trips have been justified in the past. A remarkable record since Arsene Wenger adopted this policy of giving the kids a game. Baptista's a little older than that, of course, more senior, and trying to establish a more regular time in the senior team.
It's a tough senior team to break into when they're all playing well, of course.
And then, of course, that Henry is back. Walcott. Good sliding challenge by Warnock. Gerrard to tidy up. Gerrard involved again here. He wouldn't have started the game 3 weeks ago had it been played. He was then named on the bench. Bellamy. Guthrie. And it's Craig Bellamy. Fowler pulling away, looks for Fowler.
Read it. Totally read it, Tory. Brilliant defending. You do see that often, Robbie Fowler. People might say, why didn't he move? But often, the best space you get is when you just stand still in a penalty area when everyone's moving around. At that time, Colatori, he read it beautifully. But they've worked a little 1-2 in that right-hand, Arsenal's left, they're right. Once or twice now, and got it in.
Luis Garcia. Gerrard. Got a touch, Fowler had a swing.
Well, in days gone by, not that long ago, we've seen him just smash him in from there, so no surprise to see him take it on. But it was Torre's good defending, reading of the situation. It's a measure of the experience he's gained in the last few years, Colatori. This is lovely football from Liverpool. Slick little 1-2, catches him totally. Now watch Colatori here, he sees, he's aware of Fowler. He knows what Bellamy's going to attempt to do here. You know, and it's just one of those, it's decisions. And he made the right one as a centre-back then.
Robbie Fowler, in his early years, made mincemeat of Arsenal on several occasions. Hat-trick inside 5 minutes, and here's Aliadiere. If he takes it down, he might score. He's going to score.
Do you know what? I was just about to say to you, we're just about reaching the time when Thomas Rosicky stepped in at the weekend. The 26 minutes that I've just seen Liverpool not totally dominating, but in the ascendancy, and suddenly one ball here. You can see Warnock way down there on the left-hand side. That's the guilty party, the left-hand side. And it's a good finish. He's stuck at it. Goalkeeper's a little unlucky. It's a lovely ball through and a lovely diagonal run from Aliadiere. But the fullback cannot pass him on like that. He's got to track him down. I talked about the right-hand side. I said I'm a bit surprised that maybe Hupia didn't split the two young boys just to give them the experience. And that's what I meant. Lack of experience on that right area. Aliadiere's exposed it just with a little diagonal run and a super ball through.
And Arsenal lead at Anfield again. But as you say, Andy, one ball. How close was that to being handled outside the area?
Well, it was close, but no officials in that. Running right along that line to see it, so I think everyone's just getting on with it. Only the people with the vans right in line with that 18-yard line could have ever seen that.
I wonder what that goal will mean for the future of Jeremy Aliadiere.
He's liked this competition. It's his third goal.
2 against West Brom. He might have another one here, but he's touched this time after being exemplary for the ball through the middle.
Well, if he gets that properly, then he is in for second goal. Super little ball from Fabregas, just beginning to find his range. And he knows that was a chance.
Well, there are a few clubs keen on signing him. He's either helped his Arsenal career or maybe increased his transfer value for the Gunners.
Well, as I said at the beginning of this game, only questions from Liverpool fans about the system, about the players picked. Sorry, not the system. But only will the criticism arrive should they lose tonight. And Benitez must have known that when he picked his side.
It was an interesting follow-up, wasn't it? I mean, Aliadiere had got in the first shot, and he and Dudek went for the ball together.
Yeah, I mean, Dudek might well have got a touch on it, might well have. And that try taking it away from Aliadiere. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Don't think there's a dubious goals panel for the Carling Cup, is there?
But it is amazing. I'm looking down on the pitch here, half an hour gone, just about. Danielson, Aliadiere until then, Baptista, Walcott, hardly had a kick between them. And I look at the scoreline in the top left-hand corner. not extraordinary.
I think Benitez might just be squirming a little bit in his seat. Here's Walcott. First time cross. Paletta takes it down. Liverpool look to play from the back through Aurelio. Guthrie.
Well, I just thought, you know, Walcott might have just taken Hupia on there. Edge of the box. Lovely ball through to him. And sloppy play from Liverpool. Aurelio just giving that away.
Here's Walcott. Danielson easily able to keep it in. Liverpool fans aren't happy with that. Hupia has to restore some authority with a typical header away. Baptista running into trouble, not going to get a free kick to help him out either. Just a little overcommitted.
Yeah, 6 players ahead of the ball then when they lost it.
Here's Robbie Fowler recognising that, and Son also recognised the danger. He's going to get a yellow card for a pretty cynical trip on a Liverpool striker.
Well, it's an easy decision for the referee. Sloppy play from Baptista. Third booking of the season for Song. Gave possession away. His team was struggling from that minute.
It was a little similar to what we saw at Sheffield United, wasn't it, when they lost the ball that far forward and a few seconds later were actually conceding a goal.
Well, they got the left of Aurelio. They don't have the power of Jonan Marisa. Aurelio does normally like to curl him. Jonan Marisa usually adopts power. Certainly Steven Gerrard in the vicinity shown an interest. It looks like it might be the left footer.
Aurelio looking for his first goal for Liverpool. Comes out to Luis Garcia and turned in by Robbie Fowler, 1-1.
Well, hit the target and work the goalkeeper. That's what you ask a person who's taking the kick to do, and then get players in and around it. And that's exactly what Fowler does. Always alive, always alert, and look at that for cheek. So typically Robbie Fowler. It's a decent ball in this from Garcia. He might have thrashed at that, you know. But he just tries to get it back across the face of the goal. And by doing that, he gives his team a chance. He actually scuffs it across the face of the goal. In truth, maybe a touch of good fortune on that.
That's the first goal that Arsenal have conceded in this season's Carling Cup. And it's come from Carling Cup legend Robbie Fowler's 31st League Cup goal. 29 of them for Liverpool FC.
Yeah, it's perfectly timed. You know, you've got a lot of young players on the side, or certainly a few young players on the side. You'll be disappointed they didn't keep the lead a little bit longer than they've done. But for Liverpool, it's important to strike back quickly so that the fans don't get agitated, so they don't get on top of them.
Fabregas. Is speeding away and clattering into the advertising hoardings. He has got some power though.
Well, the only thing I looked at in this goal when I saw the first replay, watch Garcia there. Now, as that ball struck, he's offside. Now, as it comes back out, he's the one who's active. Flag would normally go up in a situation like that. It didn't. So it's benefited Liverpool. To be fair, I thought they were hard done by with a penalty appeal at the weekend at 0-0.
There goes Julio Baptista. Terrific tackle by Paletta. Guthrie. Bit of momentum on Merseyside now for the home team. Hupia. Aurelio. Mark Scholes is the official on the far side, who gave Luis Garcia the benefit, if he had any doubts, of course, of his own mind as to whether it should have been a flag or not.
I think with all the players between him and Garcia, Mark, it would have been difficult to remember who exactly he saw in offside position and who was playing the ball across. Well, he just gets caught as he makes the tackle here, and Aliadiere goes over the top, just catches him with the trailing leg there. Should be okay. Well, it gives us a little opportunity to maybe clear up whether it was Aliadiere's final touch or Jersey Dudak's fist. That certainly wouldn't be keen in taking it off him. It's a lovely ball and a very good run from him. First touch gets away slightly there, but then as he goes in, well, I'm not taking that away. Difficult one. He's certainly confident enough. Left foot comes in, that's his. Might have been a bit of both, but it's his goal. Didn't last long for Arsene Wenger.
The lead for Arsenal has gone. We have, of course, to have a definite outcome this evening. It does take extra time, as in the case with Arsenal in the quarter-finals last season, when they were at Doncaster. Penalties. Pretty shortly be back. Baptista, Hoyt, Fabregas, Song. An offside flag this time.
He looks a tad confused.
Luis Garcia scored the winner here against Arsenal in the Premiership last season. He set up the equaliser in the Carling Cup. Arsenal have the league game still to play up here on Merseyside. That's scheduled for the end of March. Warnock. Aliadiere going down the outside of Guthrie, who uses him. Trying to prevent the cross coming in, and he does so successfully. Guthrie. And that's a corner for Liverpool.
Took a little bit of time, but like most games, cup ties in particular, often it does take a goal to light it up. This was certainly been the case tonight.
Gerrard, brilliant play from him. And Almunia wasn't caught out in the end by the near post.
I just wondered how close Bellamy was to get the touch on that. He was right there. Probably just the pace of the ball. It was past him before he could react.
Seems in a very cheerful mood tonight, Craig Bellamy.
I think that's because he's playing.
Yeah. Aurelio.
Well, the first corner was better. Gerrard worked it beautifully here. Didn't use the run at all, apart from as a decoy. Just watch how he fizzes this right near post. Look at Bellamy. Just pulls his foot away. Might just a little stab, flick it up into the air. Just taking it past Almunia.
Bounced over Paletta. Was worried about what was going to happen behind him.
It was just whether an arm came up, Martin, I think. Certainly on the blind side of you and I as he goes round the outside, but does an arm come up just to stop him there? Certainly made contact, but I think that was accidental. I'm not so sure Paletta knew he was there. Right, bad free kick first time, I think that's fair to say. Sort it out, same two players.
bit more central this time. Baptista has got a glint in his eyes. He's got a shot past Dudek, he's got a goal.
He's got a smile on his face to go with that glint in the eye. The goalkeeper just hasn't moved. I mean, it didn't when he hit it. Look, a brilliant free kick. It's just amazing. Sounded funny, the trajectory of the ball looked funny. It was up and down very quickly, or does it go round? But it's up and down very quickly, and the huge bend on it. To be fair to Baptista, watch the bend on this ball. Starts central before Dudek knows it. The one thing I don't like to see a goalkeeper stand when a ball's going past him into the net and you're that close. He has to be at least diving for that. I don't like that. I hate to see it. I think he could have done better, much better.
But Arsenal are doing pretty well for Arsene Wenger. They're in the lead again.
Proper cup tie now after 25 minutes.
Well, he came here with a big reputation, Julio Baptista, to go with his big square shoulders and his nickname, the Beast. And he hasn't really lived up to it as yet. Dudek is having a bit of a harrowing half and got it away from Aliadiere. Scored a lot of goals for Seville, better than 1 every 2 games. It was about 1 in 5 in his time with Real Madrid. And for Arsenal, it's his 2nd in 14 appearances.
To be fair to him, this is only his 4th start, isn't it? So he's only started 4 games. You know, not played enough. I don't think Arsene Wenger was happy with the fitness levels when he arrived. That's partly his problem, Baptista's. And what Arsene Wenger will be looking for now is not a repeat of what happened after the first goal, of course. We've got less than 5 minutes to half-time. Well, we haven't. We've got about 6 minutes of stoppage time, of course. We've got about 10 minutes to go to half-time.
Gerrard, a wonderfully delivered pass. Turned all the way round, actually turned his back on the ball for a moment. Not sure which goalkeeping manual that's in. Wales manual. Fowler. Aurelio. Gerrard. Now Guthrie. It's over Fowler. It's carried by Hoyt to Gerrard. Wants it back again, gets it back again. There are a few grumblings at the start, Andy, about coming here to see the understudies and not the stars, but I don't think anybody's getting shortchanged.
No, and that's the beauty of the game in many ways, Martin, what we're watching tonight. We've got the innocence of youth in many ways out there in Arsenal, wanting to play football, tap it about. Liverpool have got some youngsters out there, and yeah, it's nice to see them. They're all picked in that right-hand side. You know, they're all over there, most of them. Right centre-back, right back, right midfield, and he is the man with the questions to be answered.
And he's also the man with the resources on the bench as well, one of whom, of course, has been used in this fellow, Luis Garcia. Aurelio. All the time for the tricks and flicks. From Arsenal again. And swagger to their style. To Nielsen, Aliadiere's onside. Baptista's in the middle. Aliadiere won't get it back to Nielsen. Gerrard's ball and offside given against Craig Bellamy.
I thought just. I know I'm not dead in line. My first opinion of this was he's just off. It's borderline, I know. It might be just one of those you like to see not given. That was the philosophy of this new rule when it first came out. More and more are defenders getting the benefit of the doubt.
Well, they didn't when Luis Garcia set up Liverpool's equaliser. Like you, I thought my first reaction was, as the ball was played, he just offside. Walcott. Taken by Aurelio. Here's Luis Garcia. And still, although Fabregas should have dealt with it. Bellamy. And Almunia very pleased with Giroud there.
Copyrighy giving Theo Walcott an ear bashing for losing the ball cheaply. That put his team under pressure, but Giroud, not for the first time, just as well. He's so quick across the grass. He's had to deal with Bellamy 2 or 3 times now, Giroud, and he's done it really well.
Liverpool looking for a second equaliser. 6 added minutes. Injury to Marc Gonzalez. Julio Baptista. And ball not going to ground. He had to make contact with it, and he did. Son and Giroud going for the same ball. Here's Traoré.
In just about next 6 minutes will provide us and Rafa Benitez with either a bit of talking, bit of decision making, or at least if Liverpool get the second goal, makes half-time a bit easier for them. And if it stays like this, you just might have a decision or two to make in that dressing room.
There's Traoré. He's gone out for a corner.
Yeah, it looked tight. Looks tough, Traoré. Strong physically, I mean, at 17 as well.
He's another one that managers lower down the pyramid of itemised even now. They'd like to have him out on loan. And it's another one. Song. And would you believe it, in the Carling Cup, following their FA Cup win, the scoreline's the same here. And we're still in the first half of this one.
Well,
it's Liverpool 1, Arsenal 3.
Where is Jerzy Dudek gone here? Where has he ended up? I mean, question marks at the weekend. Keep your eye on the goalkeeper. Keep your eye on Song, back post. It comes round the back. Look at Dudek. Into no man's land. I don't think Song knows an awful lot about this. Where does it hit him? Does it bounce up? Does it hit him there? That's off Hoopier. It's not a handball. It might hit him in the arm, but you're not going to get a handball here. But look at the goalkeeper's position. Absolutely nowhere. Hoopier doesn't deal with it because I think he's surprised it's reached him.
Bellamy, the flag's up though. Well, a reflective Jerzy Dudek, who, as we said earlier, looked rusty on Saturday and doesn't seem to have sharpened up for the activity. And this is turning out to be an extraordinary evening. Liverpool, remember, have won one round of this by 4 goals to 3 against a fellow Premiership side in Reading. Got a bit to do if that's going to be replicated on this Tuesday evening at Anfield.
Well, he can't believe it. I know he's confident in his young boys, Mark. We know that. I think everyone might think he isn't, but he really is supremely confident in this bunch of young players that he's put out tonight. And Liverpool are learning all about them, I tell you. I said beware. They went to Goodison and beat a good Everton side. And didn't you come up with an intriguing stat about this competition when a team's beaten Everton and Liverpool in the same season?
Yeah, Manchester City did it in the 1969-70 season and won the League Cup as it was then. I doubt if they did it with their youth team.
No. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, there will be, I'm sure the lads in the studio will have their opinion of the goals, but I just think Jerzy Dudek might have done better with every single one of them.
Here's Song, who added arm to the armoury of the Gunners, shall we say. And scoring to embarrass Liverpool further, but there's still plenty of life in this match, and still a bit to go in this lengthy first half. Advantage played well by Martin Atkinson. And this is Craig Bellamy for Liverpool. Followed up by Toure, teeing up Aurelio. He's concentrating on hitting the target, but actually hit it straight at the goalkeeper.
Well, Fabregas was desperate to get the ball quickly. He was in acres of space. I think the goalkeeper was doing the right thing, thinking it's nearly half-time. I'll just take my time with the ball. The Spaniard wasn't happy.
Baptista. Aliadiere, there's no flag. Arsenal are in again. Baptista, 4!
Well, they've tucked a big, massive hole in that right side of the defence again. I think he's a mile offside. There wasn't a question in my mind. They've worked it, but unless somebody in the left-hand side of the pitch drops off Warnock or Hooper, he must be offside, Martin. He just runs in behind here. Oh, he's not... Well, Warnock's the only one, but I think he's offside. But they don't get the decision, and this has become an absolute nightmare for Rafael Benitez and the side he's picked. This is beyond Arsene Wenger and Arsenal's wildest dreams, and I mean that.
That's the 4th, the 2nd for Julio Baptista. And Arsenal don't want this first half to come to an end. It shortly will do. That's very late into the 6 added minutes. There is the half-time whistle. And listen to what the majority think of it at Anfield. It's been seemingly a massive miscalculation by Rafa Benitez. Arsenal always made it clear they were coming here with a young side. Liverpool chose to make their changes. And Aliadiere, 2 from Baptista, a scrambled effort from Song, just 1 for Robbie Fowler at the other end. And at half-time at Anfield, it's a truly amazing scoreline. It is Liverpool 1, Arsenal 4.
Gunners have been absolutely sensational, but that is a shocker for Liverpool. 4-1 down at half-time. Jamie Redknapp and Paul Merson are here. They've been enjoying that in Paul's case. In Jamie's, more than a little puzzled. The analysis comes next with the Gunners 4-1 up. Arsenal lead by 4 goals to 1 at Anfield. Would stunning do to describe what we've seen, Paul, from them?
I don't think they've been outstanding. You know, they've rode their luck, you know, or they've been lucky a couple of times. The manager's made an absolute major ricket. There's no question about it.
Which manager? Liverpool's manager?
Liverpool manager. He's made a ricket, and it's been proven at the moment. You know, I know it's only in half-time, but unbelievable at the moment. Unbelievable. You know, it's just this first goal. It's bad defending. You know, the centre-half's got the ball. It's only a straight, long ball down the middle. You know, it's nothing special. You know, he's brought it down, you know, and still the reaction of the centre-halves. No one's really sprinting down the middle. You probably wouldn't come, you know, against a top team like Liverpool, you know, they're decent players. And, you know, these kids are not, they're not mugs, do you know what I mean?
No,
it's not,
for sure.
That wasn't all bad at that stage, and Liverpool were level within 5 minutes. Robbie Fowler, who'd won a free kick, ultimately was the beneficiary of that free kick, wasn't he, Jamie? But
he was. I mean, Robbie, it's been at this stage, Richard, you felt 1-1-1. You're looking, it was a free kick. Song's just caught him there, and it was evenly balanced game. Robbie does fantastic. I mean, yeah, he might just look at him there. He's just offside, is it, Garcia? But what he does, Robbie, look at his reaction there. He's so quick to get across that front post. And I'll play with some fantastic players. And look at Robbie here. Look at him. He drives to get to that near post. Doesn't matter how quick you are. And he's not the quickest anymore.
Ever played with a better finisher?
I've not, Richard. I would put him in the category of an absolute genius. He is a goal-scoring genius. I mean, the way that he can sniff out chances and finish them, left and right foot. He's an incredible footballer.
It was the Beast who made it 2-1 from a free kick that he'd won. I think you were a little disappointed with him, Paul.
He went down like a beast there, didn't he? Look, calling for his mum, isn't he? There. But it's Ronald. If Ronaldinho would have done that, we'd be talking about that. Was world class. That was how quick he's got that over the wall and back down again. Is, you know, that is an hard skill, Jamie. Yeah?
But look at Jersey Dudek, though, Paul. He's sort of jumping as the ball comes to him. Look, and how is he meant to react from there? Look at this jump, then, and the ball's already gone beyond him. I'm not sure that initial jump as a goalkeeper is certainly the right move. But it was a great free kick. It really was. And that stage 2-1 was. I mean, Arsenal were threatening, but to go 3-1 and 4-1.
Well, then, you know, I don't know where the goalkeeper's going here. He's taking a gamble and he's nowhere near it.
Nowhere near it, is he?
And you get lucky. It comes off here and, you know, off a song and in. It looks like his arm, but you can't help that. It's just straight at him. You know, and that's where Liverpool have been unlucky. You know, they've been lucky with the free kick and that goal. And then, is this offside? I'd expect it to be. I'd want this to be called offside at home, as a home team.
Without a doubt. But even then, look how easy they're getting on that right-hand side again, Paul.
Yeah, and they all stop. They virtually all stop again, you know, and they've just walked it in the back of the net. But a great ball by Aliadiere. You know, he's been put through here. I know he's offside, but great awareness.
Just clutching at straws for Liverpool here, Jamie. Arsenal have got 4 in 45 minutes. Why can't they get 3 now in the second 45?
No, listen, Liverpool attacking the cop end, you never ever know. I mean, he's got good substitutions, Liverpool, but at the moment, Richard, they've to put it harsh, they've got what they deserved. He's put out 2 players, and what it's shown for me, it's been a huge. It showed me that Arsenal's reserves, Arsenal's young kids, are on another level to Liverpool's. Apart from the 2 players that started on the Saturday's game, this is pretty much their reserves and players coming through, and these are going to be the next generation of players. And Arsenal's are much better than what Liverpool's are.
And at the moment, Arsenal are bossing it in some style, leading by 4 goals to 1. Remember, Spurs are waiting for the winners of this tie. It finishes tonight. It may have finished already. Second half is up next. There are 2 FA Cup games being played tonight. Colchester United are leading by a 1-0 at Barnet. Jamie Cureton, the scorer there, and Reading 2 up at half-time now against Burnley. At Anfield, in the quarter-final of the Carling Cup, it's Liverpool 1, Arsenal 4. And our match commentators, Andy Gray and Martin Tyler.
Yes, Richard, it does take a bit of believing, doesn't it? Stephen Warnock came out early prior to the start of this second half, just to check out and flex that injury that he picked up midway through the first half. But he seems to be OK to carry on. Remember, amidst the goals, or prior to the goals, Mark Gonzalez was stretchered off with what looks possibly like a broken leg. We'll maybe get more news on that as the evening wears on. So Arsenal in this improbable position, with a 4-1 lead to defend at Anfield in the second half.
Well, I'm surprised yet again that Liverpool haven't changed it.
Gerrard. Fowler.
Really am, Martin.
A little bit more news on Mark Gonzalez from Jeff Shreves. Jeff.
Martin, the news is that he has a 6-inch laceration, severe bruising to his tibia, but thankfully no break.
Well, that's about the only bit of good news for Liverpool in the last 45 minutes or so. Guthrie. Back by Song. We've talked a lot about the Arsenal youngsters, but we shouldn't forget Andy. It's only a second start for Guthrie, 4th start for Peltier, 4th start for Paletta. And they've had to learn some pretty harsh lessons here, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether he's given the game up. I would hate to think that's the case, but I think when you're 4-1 down at half-time, you're coming out against Arsenal, and you've got Alonso and Crouch on the bench, and you don't put them straight on right away, what have you got to lose? You've already gambled with your team selection, and you've got you're 4-1 down. Putting Crouch and Alonso on and going for goals would surely be the right thing, and it hasn't happened. I'm just surprised at that, really surprised.
Julio Baptista is revelling in this, and a hat-trick, of course. Walcott. Here's Giroud. He gets in the way for Liverpool's Song, whose goal Bundled in was his first senior one for Arsenal. Danielson.
This might be the problem as well for Liverpool. And Liverpool's main team out there, that Arsenal will knock it about like this. They didn't do that in the FA Cup tie second half because Liverpool were right at them and put them under pressure. But there was only 2 goals of a difference at half-time. And that one goal that they got back through Couch gave them the impetus to go forward. But I don't think if Arsenal lost a goal, they would get too nervy.
Aurelio. Charging into the centre. Maybe just lurking on the edge where Gerrard is as well. And he reaches it. Guthrie. Nicely come out by Danielson. Fabregas. And here's Aliadiere. Held up by Paletta. Again, carrying the ball with the swagger that Arsenal are showing at the start of the second half, and why not? And so often here at Anfield, the Liverpool support can help come to the rescue when the team's in trouble, but the home fans seemed quite bewildered by what's happened this evening. Gerrard, Song. Luis Garcia. Baptista. Waiting for Hoyt. Liverpool thought they were away then. Arsenal had gone in Arsenal's favour.
A little unlucky, Robbie Fowler. I thought they hustled them quite well, pressured them quite well, forced the beast into a mistake. Baptista.
Fabregas takes. Drop for Aliadiere. Paletta, who was signed from the Argentine club Banfield, from Banfield to Anfield. Gerrard. Bellamy through the middle. This is Luis Garcia. Gerrard going for a return ball that Luis Garcia didn't spot. Bellamy. Must have coped reasonably well. And Baptista gets them on the front foot again with Danielson. Luis Garcia, he's bent it, and Almunia took a good starting position and was very quick to sweep it up.
Very good indeed. Hasn't done a lot wrong again, Manuel Almunia. Maybe if he's been super critical of his performance, he might have pushed the free kick a little bit further away from his goal than he did. But that's about all you could say.
And Traore kept his eye on the ball. It away from Danny Guthrie. In the Kop stand, there's usually an abundance of optimism. It's not gone out. Maybe Fowler thought he'd earned a corner then.
For thought it had to be a goal kick myself, but might be wrong.
And you add this to a very gloomy weekend on Merseyside,
Yeah.
with not just Liverpool going out of the FA Cup up here in the city, but Everton as well, a day later.
No, not a good 3 or 4 days so far. I mean, it was an unbelievable night in Istanbul when Liverpool trotted out 3 goals down and managed to turn it round. It's going to take something like that again tonight. Probably something even better than that. It sounds daft, I know, when they were playing AC Milan, but that's the nature of the mountain that this team have to climb second half here.
That might have helped Warnock's problems from the first half. He's going to make a change now.
Yeah, Alonso's going to come on. As I've said, my only surprise is this didn't happen along with Crouch at the beginning of the second half. He might say, well, I couldn't make a change because what if I get an injury? Yeah, that's fine, but what have you got to lose? I would ask back. You're 4-1 down. I would say get Crouch on, give them a problem in the air, get Bellamy's pace round them, Fowler just off them, take a little chance, change the system a little bit.
To refer back to that Champions League final, Alonso was one of the goal scorers in Istanbul.
Foul against Garcia, lost the ball, frustration, just tugging back.
There's a lot of
Fabregas.
frustration around the team and the ground from Liverpool's point of view. Gerrard, even by his standards, has got a huge task ahead. Bellamy. Nice with the free kick. Probably wanting it to run for a corner, but it isn't going to do that, so he has to settle for a throw. Alonso's ready. Toure got a touch. Son, Fabregas, lovely football from Arsenal again. Aliadiere, vintage run, beautifully to stay onside. Here comes Traore from the deeper position. Past Paletta, well, not totally past him. As the big Argentinian recovered well.
That's just so Arsenal, that move there. They're under pressure on the edge of their own 18-yard box. Do they panic? No, they don't. 2, 3, 4 passes and they'll get the throw in a yard from Liverpool's goal line. It is a throw in.
10 minutes gone in the second half, no change to the scoreline. Do you feel if Liverpool got one reasonably quickly, could rekindle hope? And, sorted out by Son. Walcott. Reacting to Herpia's header. Good work by Danielson. Walcott. Yeah,
that's a penalty.
It is a penalty.
Yeah,
Sami Herpia on Jeremy Aliadiere.
That's a penalty. My first, she's running over that and looking right at it. I don't think he plays the ball at all, Sami Herpia. It's a lovely little diagonal run. Aliadiere plays the ball there. Herpia takes his leg off, or takes his leg away. I think that's a penalty. I saw exactly as a referee. Over he goes. Doesn't have to be a lot of touch.
Well, Arsenal have had a whole sway, the penalty takers, this season. This is their 11th penalty already in this campaign. But it does look as though Julio Baptista said, this is mine. This should be my hat-trick. In the 12th minute of the second half. And he's saved it. So Dudek repairs a bit of the damage.
Sometimes it takes daft things to lift a side, even at 4-1 down, to lift a crowd, even at 4-1 down. Two things are happening now. The goalkeeper makes this save, and it's a super save. Not a great penalty, it's not in the corner, but if he goes the right way, he's always got a chance. He does. And Xabi Alonso is coming on. So these two things will lift this crowd. And Arsenal, who should be now on easy street and absolutely cruising through to the semi-final, might just have a worry or two before this game's done.
Well, Dudek made his penalty saves in Istanbul to determine the match after extra time in the shootout. He's just about kept Liverpool in the contest. And it shows what a fine goalkeeper he can be.
Well, look, listen around you, Martin. This ground would have been absolutely flat. Only thing it would have been filled with right now, had that been gone in, would have been boos and people trekking to the door. Instead, they're chatting, they're back in their team and still have a belief. That's how important that penalty was. I mean, in the end, it might not mean anything.
Walcott hasn't really asserted himself as much as some of the other Arsenal players. Fowler knocked away from him, he thought unfairly. And for Benitez, wondering a bit of help from Dudek.
Well, I need 3 goals in half an hour of football. I just don't know his reluctance to get Crouch on the field.
Guthrie. He had similar reluctance to get Bellamy on the field on Saturday, so maybe he doesn't want to take him off. Here goes Aliadiere. He's had a bit of a lean time, certainly as an Arsenal player. He's been out on loan. Julio Baptista from further out does find the bottom corner, and he has got his hat-trick. And he's feeling distinctly better about life, and that would surely put it beyond Liverpool's redress.
Well, he scored, but Aliadiere's contribution to this goal was absolutely top drawer. If he's playing for his future, either here or at Arsenal,
which
he hasn't done himself any harm tonight. This run is brilliant. Running again down this right side, he's exposed it time and time again. But what's even better than that is this ball. Brilliantly paced, takes 2 players out of the game, and suddenly it is 5, and it is all over. Super finish. Drills it in bottom corner.
Plenty of time to take aim.
What a night, I have to say, Mr. Tyler. We've seen a lot in 16 years. Liverpool 5-1 down at Anfield is not something I can remember seeing at all.
Gerrard, Bellamy, Fowler, Luis Garcia. Very tamely when they looked to the man over, this man. At least had the chance to set up a teammate or go for goal himself.
Do you know, I played in a game 5-1 against Liverpool, you know, when I was at Villa. It doesn't happen very often, I bet.
But that was at Villa, wasn't it?
It was at Villa Park, yeah. We beat them 5-1.
I remember in the 90s they lost 5-1 at Coventry. I think Jamie Redknapp will remember that. He was on the Liverpool side that day.
Well, thanks for reminding. I think Jamie Redknapp had forgotten that. You just mentioned that.
Well, if he hadn't, a lot of people listening had, and they've just been reminded of it. But 5-1 here. You said at the start, Andy, we just didn't know what to expect from this evening. Of all the possible scenarios, I never have dreamt of this one.
No, I think you're absolutely spot on with that.
Fowler.
See, what you've done now is given our stats man a nightmare. He is now pouring through the record books. And he still can't find it. He's back at 1894, and he's still going.
I remember it well. Here's Alonso. Luis Garcia. From Liverpool's point of view, this is embarrassing. From Arsenal's point of view, it offers so much for the future of their football club.
Well, you think it's bright?
There's Guthrie. Goes for the pass. But whether Bellamy had played the ball, he would have been flagged offside. Paletta. Murillo. Hits it well, good handling again, any rebound, and would have been a tap in for Gerrard.
Or Bellamy, both had gone after the shot. Yet again, I have to say, he's not had a lot to do, Almunia, but his handling of a ball that keepers complain about time and time again has been absolutely top class.
Fabregas. It's been a little bit like that for Theo Walcott.
Yeah. I mean, I think both Walcott and Danielson, probably the most talented, gifted players that they've got out there, they've played on the periphery of this game. And like Paul Merson says, and I think he's right, it seems daft to say this at 5-1, but I wouldn't say Arsenal have been brilliant. What they've done is exposed Liverpool for what they are tonight. Very, very ordinary.
Well, he has been brilliant. And Julio Baptista really took it on when Aliadiere.
You watch his run here, Martin. He spins in behind Paletta. That's the first thing. I talked about this right side. Now, Paletta should just hold him up here, but he rushes to the tackle, skips in, and he's away. This ball here is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Because it gives them time and space to take a couple of touches, pick his spot, find the bottom corner. Top draw stuff from Aliadiere there.
In the second half on Saturday, it was Arsenal who were struggling to put 2 or 3 passes together. Liverpool really got in their faces. Put it back to 2-1. It's Guthrie. And in this second half, just carried on where they left off at half-time.
Well, they've been better, Arsenal in possession of the whole. It took them 26 minutes, I thought, till Aliadiere's goal to really get into the game. The second half, I think the possession's been good, passing's been good, movement's been excellent. But you should expect that, shouldn't you, at 4-1 up at half-time. Nothing in that. Not bad, is it? 7-7. Well, you have nights like that. You really do. You have a few shots in goal, but you score 5 of them. It's incredible.
And have a penalty saved.
It could be. I mean, we could be sitting here talking about 6-1.
Don't rule it out.
Just a little nudge from Danielson, yep. No more than that.
The feeling after Saturday's FA Cup tie between the two camps was that Arsenal have got some very good players. Maybe man for man we're shading Liverpool as Liverpool showed themselves to be in that match. Well, certainly moving it down a rung or two. Arsenal still have the superiority, seemingly a greater superiority.
Well, I have to say it's one of those nights for Arsenal fans who will be able to see the 1,300 that have come up here tonight. I was here. I went that night.
It's Paletta. Well, he's still out there, and while he is, Liverpool will never feel it's beyond them. It's well, Liverpool 2, Arsenal 5.
Clash is permanent, and that's what this goal was all about. It's a lovely little knockback, but still, that's such a difficult volley. It's hip high, but he gets his foot up to it beautifully, and he hits it absolutely plumb centre of the ball. That's what keeps it at that height. And a very impressive Almunia can just grasp thin air.
Well, there's a quarter of the game still to go. It's the 90 minutes, of course. Here comes Guthrie. And there's a free kick to Arsenal, despite the bellowing from the Kop.
Well, it was the captain that started the recovery in Istanbul, and has he started one today? That's just climbing. That's why the free kick's given. They don't like it when the Kop. I think the referee's right in that. What a strike though, brilliant.
Garcia, Toure, the Arsenal players prepared to take a touch or two. Make the passing count, but Fabregas couldn't get it wide to Walcott. There's Garcia, Bellamy, Fowler going near post, as did the ball. Baptista. Now to Nielsen. Liverpool fans calling for offside. Nielsen. Down Alonso. Concede some free kicks. Gerrard takes it. Bellamy's offside.
Yeah, decent line Arsenal had then. Flag it up right away. Probably just, when you see start position's not a good one for this. Easy decision. Easy decision.
Here's Alonso. By Aurelio. Fabregas. Wenger maybe a little concerned that it's been a couple of minutes since Gerrard's excellent goal. Now, but Martin Atkinson has just moved away and said, no, I don't think you're too badly hurt. No, he has a different point of view.
Well, it was again and much like the one in the first half, wasn't it? It's just, it was a challenge, they both went in. He's won the ball, he's played it forward. Has he landed awkwardly, twisted something, did the knee buckle under him? Certainly the back of the right knee. It looks like it's gone, he knows, he seems to know. Up he comes like that, and then, oh, there's nothing there other than the jarring. But he knew right away that something went. Oh, they want another one.
Well, he came on in distressing circumstances, and now it looks as though he's going to have to go off. In similar pain to Gonzalez. Luis Garcia.
I mean, it is just extraordinary, Martin, in the modern game, how many injuries you can get when there's no, it's just landing there and the knee just goes and he reaches for it immediately. It's almost as if that huge jar, and he knows. He knows. And I guess it'll be another case of a long delay while they get this thing on his leg, blow it up, compress it, keep it rigid, keep it.
There's an opportunity then to admire Steven Gerrard's work.
If you watch Sammy Hupia, just look at him creep up the back there. They've just gone to sleep, Arsenal. They've just allowed one of the best headers in the Liverpool team to get a free one. Paletta does well because he just directs it back, but Stevie Gerrard's got no right to produce a finish like that. This is not easy, but look at the technique of that. That's what makes him one of the top players in world football. It's a stunning goal. Fit to win a game, you know, not to become second in a 5-2.
Fit to get you shouting, "You beauty."
Almost. Almost. If it was a winner, it might have done.
Arsenal substitution coming on, number 2, Abu Diaby.
Talking of injuries,
Leaving the field, number 32,
Abu
Theo
Diaby
Walcott.
is back from his nightmares. And Theo Walcott, as we've been saying, in his 6th Arsenal start, has been playing in a wide position and has been a little bit on the periphery of the game at times. Diaby was hurt in a challenge at Sunderland that had Arsene Wenger and the Arsenal staff really complaining about the Sunderland player involved. Well, Andy, it has been an evening of extremes, hasn't it? I mean, we've had sadly two extreme delays through injuries and extremes on the scoreline. Certainly from Arsenal's point of view.
Well, it's been nothing short of disastrous for Liverpool. Probably trying to protect players after the long, hard Christmas and New Year period, yes. But what have they done? Lost to.
And this is one of the players they were trying to protect.
Yeah.
It wasn't in the original 11. They've got Jamie Carragher to help fill the bridge. It's not been announced that he's been awarded a testimonial. Certainly, they should be awarded these days at the huge wages. If anyone deserves one, it is a loyal Liverpool servant.
I take it they've given the game up, Liverpool. I mean, Matt, have I got the right team? Is Crouch on the bench?
Yes.
He is on the bench. And Jamie Carragher's come on as a sub. Okay.
Here's Diaby. It is a loyalty, it seems, to give Fowler and Bellamy. Well, they are going to get the full 90 minutes now, aren't they?
Yeah, no option now. Unless the rules have changed. Well, Bellamy and Fowler could still have the 90 minutes. Oh, look at it.
Yeah,
Bellamy could have gone wide.
There's Alonso. Torre's header. Song. Baptista. Aliadiere's on the move again, and they just haven't been able to live with him, Liverpool, tonight. Still going. And still! Well, they should have stopped him that time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that's been like the bad defending. And Paletta and Hupia, even uncharacteristically, I think without his mate right beside him, has looked a little shaky. But it's lovely run again, and he's dominated Paletta, particularly. But Sammy Hupia should just clean this up, and he doesn't. See what he's trying to do, just find that top corner.
Diaby, just building up a head of steam last season. Might have taken part in the Champions League final if he hadn't had that ankle problem. Comparisons with him as a young Vieira. Keeping it in, as of course he tried to do when Henry got away from him on Saturday.
Do you know, I think that was the nature of the game. Because they were chasing it, 2-1 down, run at a time. He tried to keep the ball in play, didn't he, Jamie? I think any other time he'd just knocked into Rose Ed, as he always does do.
Partier's playing further forward on the right-hand side. That's three ahead of Aurelio, who's dropped in at left back on the other flank. Baptista. It's a match ball to collect before he leaves the Northwest tonight. Copyrighy. Even Gerrard's brilliant strike hasn't produced a Herculean response from Liverpool. Aurelio. Awkwardly at him. It's Gerrard again. Blocked him off.
Yeah, you're always going to get the free kick there. As soon as Steven Gerrard skipped past Song and the block was on, inevitable whistle to the mouth. That's a free kick, simple as that.
It's certainly within range for the Liverpool skipper.
He's put it down with a purpose. Normally Alonso would have a little word and a little nibble in Aurelio, but certainly the skipper put it down with a bit of purpose. It was almost saying, this is mine, boys, I'm hitting this. Well, we'll wait and see. Aurelio is around with his left foot.
And of course, was involved in the first goal. Gerrard! Oh, he's turned onto the bar by Almunia. Fowler's in there.
What a good save. Almunia wasn't ready, hadn't his wall right, he was on his near post. Look how quickly he gets middle of the goal, then back again. Now that is excellent goalkeeping yet again. Excellent. Got back middle of goal and then was still able to plant his feet again and get back to his left.
Fabregas staying down. Referee Atkinson with the hurry-up mentality. He was only struck by the ball. By Gerrard. On the clock it says there's just over 10 minutes. There's a good chunk of added time as well. And Sami Hyypiä gets another one back for Liverpool.
No. Oh dear. Well, this would beat the lot. Super header and a great ball in. It's just betting in beautifully, this ball. Look at Hyypiä, just backs away, then just heads for the near post. He's got an eye for goal, he knows what it's all about. Centre-back partner plays a good ball in. It's a lovely little ball from Paletta in there. As soon as it misses the first man, Hyypiä's got a chance. Now watch this crowd find its voice, and the manager's found his feet.
5-1 has become 5-3. Carragher. Down goes Alonso. Liverpool belatedly are turning up the heat. Alonso. Gerrard unmarked, long way out. In the end, by his standards, quite a long way wide.
One of the minuses of youth and inexperience is when you get to a situation like this, you're not used to it, you're not quite sure how to cope with it. And we might just learn in the next 10, probably the year of 15 minutes, a little bit more about Arsene Wenger's wonder kids.
As far as have gone on the Arsenal bench. Here's Danielson. Baptista might get to it this first. Not a decent contact in the end. Here's Traore. It's the authentic Anfield atmosphere now.
Oh, they're a team in a hurry.
If there is a club, Andy, down the years that has patented late revivals, late wins, late survivals, it would be in this case, it is Liverpool.
I couldn't agree more with it.
Here's Aurelio, Toure, Danielson, by Hoyt, to Baptista. Arsenal trying to regain a semblance of control again. Aurelio, some nifty footwork by Hoyt though. Goes long. And that's not the worst ball by any means.
If it stays in, it's not, Mark, I tell you.
Aliadiere fancies his chances against Paletta. And Baptista's coming in again. He's got another tap in. And Arsenal have scored 6 at Anfield, and he's got 4 of them. Julio Baptista.
Well, I tell you what, if the lads are picking man of the match in the studio, 4 goals from the visiting player at Anfield puts you pretty high up. But if they wanted to pick Aliadiere, they wouldn't get many arguments from many people, I tell you, because he has been brilliant. He makes something out of nothing. He has given Gabriel Paletta a torrid time tonight. Again, he makes a clearance, something. A little example of younger players, and he is Aliadiere. Don't give up, never settle for not making something happen. And there's another tap in for him. He's had a wonderful night, Aliadiere. Started it off with a goal, and then just rolls that across and says, good night, boys. The comeback is short-lived. Have yourself a 4th. And it's an extraordinary evening of football here at Anfield. Absolutely extraordinary.
A match of 9 goals, and we're not finished yet. 6 of them to Arsenal.
What is the score?
It is there, look at your screen.
Liverpool 3, Arsenal 6. Oh.
I understand your incredulity. I can't even say it.
Incredulity.
Incredulity, Mr. Gray.
And I don't know what it means, but I understand it too.
There's another one.
Offside.
Oh, it was
he's gone late. Flag's gone up really late, you know. I looked down and it wasn't up, and then suddenly the linesman decided it was going up. Well, this is close. Not this one, but watch this header as it comes in now. Yeah, it's a good decision. It's a very good decision.
And Lee Peltier is denied by Martin Yerby. An even more incredulous look to the scoreline. Baptista. Fabregas. Traore. Four minutes plus another 4 of added time still to go. And I must say, very few people are leaving Anfield. We're late into the night here. Aurelio. Here's Carrigan. It's a deep one from Xabi Alonso. Back by Gerrard. Bellamy lets it run. Carrigan! Another great save by Almunia.
Might have been a penalty, you know. As the ball was played back from Steven Gerrard, Bellamy looked to be bundled in the back.
Quickly taken corner. Aurelio. I really do feel there's going to be a goal with every attack, because Liverpool, with precious little to lose now, are still adopting a gung-ho approach. The ball's into the penalty area, but only Bellamy was in there pursuing that one.
Well, it's a busy night, the referee. But it's not this, but as the ball's cut back here from Steven Gerrard, just looked as he came in, Bellamy, just to be bundled over. Almunia's happy, it's right above him. Yeah, yeah, just there bundled. He might have given the referee a decision to make, but I think Carragher taking the shot more on this made the referee's decision up for him.
And on for Arsenal in place of Traore is Matthew Connolly. He's a defender. It's their second appearance in Arsenal's first team. Played in the Carling Cup at West Bromwich Albion. But it is intriguing, this subplot about Aliadiere.
Yeah.
I mean, this must be his best game for Arsenal at a time where other clubs are tracking him. Arsenal have made it clear, I think, that they would accept sell him cheap, and they're certainly not.
I've not seen him play as well as he's done tonight. Nowhere near. Nowhere near.
He's been out on loan at Wolves and West Ham and Celtic. There's a Diaby. Well, you have to say, from the neutral point of view, and most definitely from the Arsenal point of view, it's been a Carling Cup classic.
Certainly from the neutral.
Gerrard. Peltier's cross. And, why not? From Danny
Have you got an
Guthrie.
answer to that question yet?
Well, I'm being told one. I have to give credit to the statisticians who are telling me 1914.
1914?
Yeah. Against Aston Villa, a 6-3.
In the old First Division, was it, yeah?
I guess it must have been, yeah.
1914. Well, none of these guys will have witnessed anything like that, will they? Well, I said there would be puzzlement at the beginning, questions. Why have Liverpool picked this team? And I think that was the case, and I said only will criticism follow should Liverpool not win the game. Not only have they not won the game, and are not winning the game, they've conceded 6, Martin. So therefore, I think we might just find it in the next couple of days that Rafael Benitez, who's been a man above criticism in these parts ever since he walked through the door, might just for the first time have to fend off one or two tricky little questions.
Well, he did take Liverpool to the final of the Carling Cup in 2005. They lost 3-2 to Chelsea. And when you look at his record, it's been very happily, from his point of view, punctuated with silverware season after season.
I would agree with you, but coming into tonight's game, we talked about it, you and I, out the league, out the FA Cup, got to beat Barcelona to progress in the Champions League. What's left? This tournament we're watching tonight. I just don't understand the lack of strength, real strength in his team. His first selection.
Well, it's just his sort of attitude is representing, well, I've got these players in my first team squad, what am I going to do with them? Well, I'll have to play them in the Carling Cup.
You don't have to. Well, I think Liverpool fans would rather not see certain players play, Martin, and find their team in the final of the Carling Cup. Wouldn't they?
Well, of course they would, yeah. I'm not taking his stance, I'm just
no, I think it's,
outline
I think we all have to accept people have certainly played not in this era. The game has changed, and certainly foreign managers' thought processes change as well.
Well, this is the evening that he's come of age as an Arsenal player, isn't it? Julio Baptista on loan from Real Madrid, that loan swap with the Jose Antonio Reyes. Toure, Arsenal leader, the crowd at Anfield singing, but Arsenal are in again. In fact, Baptista unselfishly was trying to tease it in for Kolo Toure, who kept on running.
I think the fact he'd been on his right foot, right side, Martin, he'd have pulled the trigger. I think the fact it was on his weaker side. Liverpool fans still, their anthem, full voice.
Proud fans, and the football club should be very proud of them. Song. Paletta. Well, they'll be frustrated, Julio Baptista, going home, because he should have had 5, shouldn't he?
Only happened to me once that as well. Got 4 in the game and they gave me a penalty and I missed it as well, right in the last minute.
Who were you playing for
I was
then?
playing for the D United, just started my career against St Johnson. Got 4 and then missed the penalty. Felt alright. Dumpling.
Peltier. Won by Toure. Comes out to Alonso. Peltier again. Fowler going towards the near post, still making the runs. Good ground made by Peltier in the first place. Here comes Diaby. And in the 94th minute, when they are 6-3 down at Anfield, Liverpool have a corner. And it comes to Gerrard, right man for Liverpool. But even his aim failed him. And there's a shot of, well, finally beaten Liverpool.
What will be more concerning is the way he's limping away. Captain at the back post there, just beside the referee. Super strike with his weaker side.
It is an extraordinary Anfield double for Arsenal. They've come here and won twice in 3 days in 2 different competitions with virtually 2 different lineups. And Julio Baptista scored 4 of their 6 here tonight and had a penalty saved by Dudek. Aliadiere was certainly his partner in crime with a brilliant display. He opened the scoring and never stopped going after that. Alex Song was the other scorer. Steven Gerrard did his bit and scored a spectacular goal, as you might expect. Herpia gave them some hope with a header. Fowler had equalised early on. But real pain on their own patch for Liverpool, who now have to beat Barcelona in the Champions League to keep their season alive. Tonight they've been conquered by the Arsenal kids in the Carling Cup. And I bet Arsenal cannot wait for their crack at Spurs now in the semi-final. Just take note of this final scoreline. I will only say it once. It is Liverpool 3, Arsenal 6.
Well, I'll repeat it then, because it is quite stunning. We've seen many things down the years, but nothing like that. Liverpool 3, Arsenal 6. And as Martin was saying, that could have been worse. There was a penalty saved by Dudek, Baptiste, and he went on to complete his hat-trick shortly afterwards. Tomorrow night, with more live football from this competition, it's quite something to follow that. We've got Wycombe against Chelsea. It's a 7:30 start on Sky Sports 1. The match also available in high definition. Well, the reaction to come. Jamie Redknapp and Paul Merson here in the studio, and of course from Merseyside as well tonight. There'll be a few questions for Rafa Benitez. It was a baffling team selection at the start, and really, it's an argument they got what they deserved as a result. They were blown away by Arsenal.
Johan Julio, how impressive a performance was that from such a young Arsenal side?
That was very good. We was very relaxed today with that game, and I think we did very well to win the game 6-3. That was a very good game, as you said, with a very young team. So I think that's great.
What was it like for you to come here and score 4 goals?
Oh, today I think one day very special for me, for Arsenal, the team today, very strong game. I think is after the game, Arsenal he play very happy.
How much will this help your confidence at Arsenal?
Sorry?
How much will this help your confidence at Arsenal?
Yes, Sorry, I understand.
Johan, you'll have to find the words for him. It was good of him to try, because he's struggled to settle so far. How much will that help?
I think that will be very good, because I think Julio is a great player, and he had his time to adapt. But I think he showed today that he's got great quality, and I think that's going to keep going in the future.
And what's it like as a team? Because it's almost, if you like, the young Arsenal, the second Arsenal side.
It's great, but I think you don't see many difference between maybe the first side and the second side. I think that we show that even the young sides got great character, and I think we played very well today, and we showed the fans that we're ready for it.
It's Tottenham Hotspur next. How much are you looking forward to that?
That's great, because, you know, it's the derby, and I think that we want to play against them. It's a big game, as we know, and the fans will love it.
Well, Julio did all of his talking on the pitch. He's the Carling man of the match. Will you pass the bottle over, please?
Well done, Julio.
Thank you, my friend.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic. 6-3, Arsenal have won tonight. Can you remember them going, well, anywhere and racking up 6, let alone Anfield? I mean,
I went to Standard Liège many years ago and won 7, but that's not like Anfield. You know, there's no place, is there? Old Trafford and Anfield are the two places in England. You know, Chelsea just come on the scene, but to go there tonight with that kind of team, I know Liverpool's was, you know, not the best of teams, but that was a frightening result.
Those boys looked so relaxed, Paul, didn't they? I mean, Giroud's hardly broken into a sweat.
No, they were.
It was nice and relaxed, he said.
Well, they were outstanding.
Does that sum up the way they play their game?
I think so. I think their pass in the second half was a lot better in the second half, and I thought they were absolutely outstanding. And, you know, fair play to them. You know, that was class. But if I had money wrapped up in Liverpool and I was a director, I wouldn't be happy tonight. You know, if I was being honest, you know, if I was sitting upstairs and I'm pumping money into that club, you know, I want success and I want my best team playing out there.
Well, Arsene, can you believe what you've just seen?
Well, I can believe, because I know my players. The players are young and talented. They work very hard in training with the experienced players, and it comes out in games like that.
But isn't it something else to come here and put 6 past Liverpool?
Yes, of course you don't expect that before the game. I thought we had a chance to qualify, but of course you don't expect to score so many goals.
Apart from the amount of goals and the result, what pleased you so much tonight?
The way that, you know, there's an accepted culture inside the club now, the way we want to play the game, and it looks there's a continuity from one team to the other, and that the players have a great spirit and want to do well, and that's very pleasing. They have a great attitude, great togetherness, and that's what you want to take care of at the club.
Let's just pick out a couple of players. Julio Baptista, how much will that help him? And did you always believe he had that sort of performance in him?
Yes, I always believed it is in there, but it takes time to adapt to English football, you know. We have the experience of many foreign players who came to the Premier League. It took them all 5-6 months, and I always believed in him because he's a mentally very strong boy, and he has a very good team attitude.
Jeremy Aliadiere, he's been out on loan and there's been talk about him going elsewhere. Has that cemented his place at Arsenal in your mind, or increased his transfer value?
No, not. I don't like to lose Jeremy Aliadiere. He doesn't play enough, but you know, I insisted with him since 1 month, because I see signs in training that he has really made a big step forward, and he had an outstanding performance tonight. But I'm not surprised, because he delivers that kind of performance in training, and he couldn't transfer that until now into the Premier League, but he has done it tonight.
So you won't sell him?
I don't want to sell him. He is not happy because he doesn't play enough, but I will try to keep him.
Tottenham in the semi-finals. Will you continue with your policy of playing your youngsters?
Yes, we will continue. We know, but it's difficult to say to these boys that they have worked very hard. They won, qualified at West Brom, at Everton, at Liverpool. They deserve the right to be there.
It's the one domestic trophy you haven't won or even got to the final. Do you think this could be the year?
Well, we will try everything to achieve that this year, but it's very difficult to predict as well what team will play in the semi-final, because with the injuries, you know, and it's very difficult to predict, but I give a chance to some young players.
Thank you, Arsene.
Thank you.
There you go, there's the confirmation then. You were concerned they might go to White Hart Lane and play those youngsters, but if you didn't beat Spurs with a team like that, then you would be pleased, wouldn't you?
Well, they deserve to play. There's no question. They were outstanding tonight. They wasn't overawed. You know, it will be a different game when they play Tottenham, you know, with the way it is between the two clubs. But they deserve to play. It'll be, you know, it wouldn't be right if they never played in that game. They were outstanding tonight.
Many questions for Rafa Benitez. Here he is.
Rafa, it's not far off 100 years since Liverpool conceded 6 at Anfield. What went so wrong tonight?
I think that they had 4 attempts in the first half and they scored 4 goals. And then it's difficult to manage a game with this score. No?
Were they that good, or were Liverpool really poor tonight?
I think that when we concede the 3 first goals, and as I say before, you can talk about players and tactics and all the things that you want. But for me, the key is it's difficult to manage with 4